Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel. Tonight, Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk 2. So I'm going to watch it, I'm going to give my live commentary, and they are just about to get out of their dressing rooms. So the tension is building. They've got a picture on Anthony Joshua's dressing room. Presumably, he, of course, being the challenger, he's going to come out first. So as soon as that door opens, we will see Anthony Joshua. The door is open and they will be coming out very, very soon. Anthony Joshua, they've already showed him in the dressing room wearing black shorts and also black Grant boxing gloves. Watched the glove selection yesterday, and he had a choice out of a red pair and also the black pair. And he felt that the red pair was a little tight, so he went with the black pair. Of course, he will have his hand wraps on, and that's why he went for the black pair. But he did want to wear the red. He was saying he liked that old school red look from like the 80s. So Anthony Joshua is walking out now in a sleeveless black Under Armour top. Muscles bulging as ever. He looks in great shape and he looks focused for this fight. And it's really good that this is happening. I mean, to be fair, a lot of people thought that Anthony Joshua should have avoided Usyk after the first one, but that is not how Anthony Joshua operates. He did the same with the Ruiz rematch, straight back in there. The guy, fair play to him, he's fearless when it comes to that. Michael Buffer is in the ring. Of course, it's in Saudi Arabia. We're yet to see whether or not that will have an effect. In the previous sort of contest to this, I think it was a heavyweight contest, and they did seem to be as if the heat was affecting them a little bit. But now we've got like a montage, black and white montage coming up of Anthony Joshua. Okay, so he will be coming to the ring soon. As I say, they've got Michael Buffer as the ring announcer for tonight. And this is a really exciting fight, I have to say. And I'm really looking forward to what this brings. Did a prediction video the other day where I predicted that Alexander Usyk would be victorious, and I thought that he would stop Anthony Joshua around round 9. Now, do I want that to happen? No. What I want to happen, and I'll be rooting for AJ to win, even though in my prediction I do think it's a bit of an ask against such a master boxer as the Southpaw Usyk from Ukraine. So yeah, still they're just showing the montage of the various sort of knockouts that he's done, and it's fair to say that Anthony Joshua has been a massive plus in the game of boxing, not only for British boxing, for world boxing as well. He's made sort of the big stadium shows the norm, and of course prior to that they weren't the norm. There was the odd one which Carl Froch mentions occasionally, but really prior to that, I mean, I went to Joe Calzaghe fight where there was 50,000 there in Wales. Then of course Carl Froch 80,000, and then that was taken even higher by Joshua. So he, from when he was in the GB squad, from when he was an amateur, he has massively helped the game of boxing. I don't like calling it a game, it's not a game, but you know, the sport of boxing, he's massively helped it in terms of profile, his image, and also his sort of relationship with Eddie Hearn as well, I think has been a winning combination. And now he's walking down through sort of the corridor. I guess this might take a while. It looks like they're really going for it when it comes to the presentation, and why not? Why not? But yeah, he looks ready. He doesn't look like he's too hot. He doesn't look like he's sweating. I know, like, you used to think back to Mike Tyson coming to the ring, and it looked like he was just profusely sweating from the off. Joshua just looks I'm not going to say he looks dry, but he doesn't look like he's sweating, and he's now just walking through this sort of corridor of sort of pictures. He looks confident. I say he's got his black Grant boxing gloves on. They'll be sort of 10 ounce, probably 10 ounce XL actually in terms of size. He's a big chap. He looks very, very composed as he walks through. And interestingly, he's walked in on his own. So normally there's some sort of entourage, but it looks like the entourage went ahead and he was just walking in on his own. You've got Eddie Hearn already in the ring in a beige suit. If he starts to sweat, that's going to show the sweat stains up. I noticed that the ref in the previous contest was wearing a grey shirt. Didn't help him, still had massive sort of sweat marks under his pits. But there you go. I don't know why he was wearing grey. Someone did ask me actually, but perhaps his wife put a black sock in the whites, and it come out as grey. Bit of a mistake, but he wore it anyway. And then now we have got Alexander Usyk, coming out, colours of freedom on his Ukrainian blue and yellow t-shirt, and he's also wearing that jacket that he wore in the first one. He's got white rival gloves on. Again, during the glove selection, he tried on those gloves. Russ Abner was there, and he tried on those gloves, and he didn't even try on the second pair. He just pointed to a pair that was in a packet and said, "Yeah, I'll have them." Just basically because he got every intention of wearing number one pair of gloves. Could have proved a mistake really, because if say there was something wrong with that first pair, he hadn't even tried on the second pair, but he wasn't even bothered. AJ took a little while deciding, and was sort of questioning which gloves to go for. Usyk just rocked up, walked in, picked a pair, and that was it. So I don't know whether or not that'll be a reflection on whether or not Anthony Joshua's overthinking things. Usyk basically, I think he just thought, well, put anything on my hands and I'll fight. It looked like Russ Abner was wearing the gloves and trying to get the gloves. He was banging the gloves. Looked like he was sort of wearing them more than Usyk had tried them on. But there you go. So again, we're going with a little bit of a montage, colours of freedom, obviously with what's going on in Ukraine at the minute, and that will be a massive motivation for him. He will definitely be thinking about his sort of countrymen, countrywomen, and what's happening in the Ukraine at the minute. Let's see how he performs tonight. Honestly, I would really love it if Anthony Joshua was able to do what people are saying that he's got to do, which is put the pressure on early and knock him out. I would love that to happen. I'm not biased as a British man for a British fighter, but I really do like AJ. I've liked him for a very long time. Usyk now walking through a similar corridor to the one that AJ walked through. Not sure. Some of the pictures on there, there was a football on there and a shark. I'm not sure the relevance of that corridor. But again, he's walking through on his own. I quite like it when you got the people behind with the belts with the champion, but it looks like they've got him to walk in on their own. Again, he looks pretty calm, pretty collected. So, yeah, crosses himself just before he gets in the ring. Oh, he's actually gone over the top rope. How about that? Stepped over the top rope. Didn't think he was that tall, unless the ropes are fairly small, fairly low. And he's on one knee. He's in the corner, praying, I would say. But he's had his little prayer, and now he's sort of acknowledging the crowd. And this is going to be good. This is going to be good. So we just await Michael Buffer to start off his announcement. So we've got Usyk 35, Anthony Joshua 32, 6'3" against 6'6". I don't know why they put these stats up on on the screen so quick, because literally you flash them up, by the time you've looked at them they've took them off. So total waste of time there from Sky Sports. Gave me approximately 3 seconds to read 2 different ones, but there you go. People know all about these 2 boxers, so it's not going to matter. They must have spent a long time putting them slides together. 3 seconds they gave. Okay, so we're going with the national anthems. Obviously, God Save the Queen for the British national anthem. Joshua's there, no top on, looking in great shape as always. Eddie Hearn, hand on his heart. Might be a hand on his wallet, actually. It's probably a hand on his wallet. He's got his hand on his wallet, thinking, God, I'm making some money tonight. So, yeah, it looks like no singer. We haven't got a singer. All we've got is the music. And then you've got Garcia, Robert Garcia, the new coach, replaced Robert McCracken. McCracken had been with him from the start, but last time there just seemed like there was a bit too many cooks spoiling the broth. But now you've got Garcia there in the corner. National anthem now for Ukraine. And oh yeah, this is a rousing sort of Soviet type national anthem. Very sort of, whoa, good. So Usyk's got his green gum shielding, and he's still got his t-shirt on, and then the blue and yellow of Ukraine on flags around the stadium on the screens. Yeah, he looks set. He looks focused. Yeah, I watched the first fight the other day prior to me doing the prediction, and yeah, if you listen to it, and some bloke in Joshua's corner, he kept on shouting, brilliant footwork, brilliant AJ, brilliant. He was getting punched, and this bloke was shouting out brilliant. I didn't notice it the first time, but I definitely noticed it, and it was like constant throughout the full 12 rounds. Some bloke shouting out brilliant. And of course, Anthony Joshua did say that when he finished the fight, he thought that he'd fought like Muhammad Ali. And then he's obviously looked back, watched the video, and realised that it was Usyk's night, and Usyk fought very, very well. And it wasn't going right for him, even though I think majority of his corner was telling him that he was winning. If not telling him he was winning, they certainly wasn't telling him he was losing. So that's the end of the Ukraine national anthem. Usyk's got that sort of little bit of hair. It's not a look that I'm going to go for, I don't think. But yeah, Michael Buffer looking the same as always. Must be sort of, looks like he's been preserved in some sort of formaldehyde to keep him fresh. I'm not saying that Michael Buffer's died, just saying that he just looks like he's been preserved. Did see something the other day where he was on about sort of calling it a day, which would be a shame because he's part of the sport. But of course, he's cracking on a little bit age-wise, and he's been travelling the world for many, many years. Absolutely fantastic ring announcer. And he's just introducing both of them now. So, yeah, black shorts, Joshua. He will be, he's got his head shaved at the side here, almost like in a Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson used to have it when he was younger. 3 judges, and then in charge of the action, the referee, Luis Pabon of Puerto Rico, referee. Seen him before. It's not the classic personality of a referee like Mills Lane back in the day. Ace, Mills Lane was ace. You got to say it. Okay, so the lights have gone down. It's all on Buffer. He's going to give it the old ready to rumble. Saudi Arabia, let's get ready to rumble. Yes, I tell you what, he said that a few times. He really has. But yeah, fantastic. Yeah, what a lovely guy as well. Seen some interviews with him. Lovely guy. So introducing Anthony Joshua right now, and Eddie looking at Anthony Joshua, clapping, trying to encourage his man. 26 fights, 24-1, 22 KOs, and lost 2. 1 to Ruiz and 1 to Usyk. So he was able to beat Ruiz in the second fight, and he fought okay actually, but Ruiz came in poor shape, and I was very disappointed in Ruiz in that fight. But yeah, Joshua looks good. I like the Under Armour stuff. He's got Under Armour shorts on. He looks all business. He really does. So yeah, he's really going for this repeat or revenge. Come on, hope it's revenge. Okay, so yeah, confident Ukrainian corner champion. Fights 19, won 19, KOs 13, age 35. Yeah, he's an absolutely class fighter. He really is. He's got with that moustache that goes down, sort of all the way down, and he's really gone with the Ukrainian sort of traditional theme in his dress during sort of the build up to this, and presumably that hair thing as well, and the moustache. But he looks confident. He looks like he's deep in thought. Crosses himself. White rival gloves on. White shorts with the waistband, which has got the blue above the yellow stripe. And they come to the middle of the ring. And this is exciting. And Joshua is quite a bit taller than him as he looks down on his opponent. And Usyk looks steely-eyed back. So let's see how this one goes. Okay. So just before the fight, just a few hugs for his corner team from Usyk. And now, again, he's crossed himself. That's quite a few times he's crossed himself, you know. Last time I saw that was Frank Bruno. When he crossed himself many, many times on the way to the ring against Mike Tyson. So they've started off the southpaw Usyk with that sort of familiar. He's just started moving his head. Joshua sort of throws out a jab to his body. Joshua looks slimmer actually. He looks in great shape. Sometimes he was coming in really big, but now definitely looks slimmer. And I think he's going to try and match the speed a little bit. Lots of sort of pouring away with the front jab of Usyk at the minute, and Joshua is quite tight with his guard. A little sort of rear hand from Usyk nipping through there, but a good jab from Joshua, and Joshua's took the centre of the ring, and this is good. It's a good, nice little start. Yeah, I really do think that Joshua does look like he's slimmed down. Although the weight didn't suggest that, but perhaps he's just changed how he's been doing his training. Again, just trying to throw that jab out. Usyk sort of trying to move his head, move his feet, go on the outside of the orthodox Joshua. Joshua's moving his head more than he normally does. Again, just pouring that jab out. And it's quite a tentative first round. Usyk just got through with a jab there. But Joshua is sort of going for the jab for the head and to the body to try and mix that up. And this is it's a good start. It's a good start. But he hasn't threw any massive shots yet, which is what a lot of people were saying, that he needed to be more aggressive. Yeah. So again, Usyk is moving away from that right hand while trying to throw his own backhand. There's about a minute left now. Again, Usyk looks at just that bit more busy. Right hand thrown by Joshua. Again, I think Joshua's doing alright here. He seems like he's just waiting. He's just waiting. Usyk definitely looks a little bit more nervous to me. Caught Joshua with a good jab. And then, Joshua just tried to go to the body, which I think is a good tactic for him actually. Now he's held on, and he tried to do that. Joshua did. Ref sort of give him a little bit of a warning about that. But I think, the common consensus is that he perhaps does need to rough Usyk up a little bit in here. And he didn't do that in the first one. A rear hand landed there by Usyk. Joshua again trying to go for that body. Yeah, end of the first round, and Usyk crosses himself again. That's bizarre. Joshua just calm sort of round. I would say probably. I would probably give that to Usyk. I'm just going to get me pen and my paper. That's bad preparation. I was looking forward to it that much. I forgot my rounds. Hold on. Don't worry, I'm back. Okay, so they're in the corner. I'm going to go Usyk first round. Usyk, Joshua, 10-9 Usyk. Okay, let's go. Okay, second round. Joshua comes out. Tries a rear to the body. Throwing that jab out. Usyk moving. Good. Moving away with his feet. Trying to just sort of unsettle Joshua really. Joshua still very tight with his guard. And again, going for that body with that backhand. And those shots will pay dividends as the later rounds progress. Again, Usyk giving it that sort of motion to sort of make sure that the lead jab of Joshua has not got a stationary head target. Again, Joshua's still sort of looking to throw that backhand, but he's not really let his hands go yet. He's still looking, jabbing to the body again, and again, that sort of motion from Usyk. Again, Joshua now looking to do a hook to the body, a lead hook to the body. He went there, and now he throws that backhand in again as Usyk moves round. So Usyk's on his toes, throwing out that jab, and he's looking to go head and body himself, but he's really just trying to tie up the action. Now Joshua looks like he's letting his hands go a little bit more. He looks determined, he really does. Okay, so this is good. Okay, rear hand by Usyk. He's just sort of every so often just the class of Usyk. Just manages to land some shots, and now a big left hook by Joshua. But again, Usyk using that lateral movement, and he's definitely going away from that backhand. He's going on the outside of Joshua's foot and sort of scoring a couple of jabs there as well. So he's got to keep this up, but of course he has got a fantastic engine. Joshua still looks quite calm, quite composed, almost like he knows that at some point he is going to get close enough. It's good. It's a bit of a chess match, really. I quite like the head movement of Joshua. Looks like he's been working on that, and again throws in another rear hand to the body. It's a bit of a chess match, this one. Usyk, okay, moving the whole time. Even if he gets hit by one shot, he's sort of moved to get out the way of anything else that's coming. Backhand again thrown in by Joshua. I think Joshua's doing alright. And then, oh yes, that was a big shot there to the body. So Joshua's really looking for that. And that's the end of the round. Yeah. I think so. I think Usyk's round. Um, but close, close. It's almost like Usyk is just doing what he did in the first fight. In that, just keeping him off his balance, moving his head, moving round. Usyk looking sort of calm in the corner, but he's such a class operator. He'll have seen all of this before, really. Okay, so there's a good right hand that they're showing the highlights. Good right hand that sort of went in there from Joshua, almost sort of there to there. Yeah, I would say the first 2 rounds to Usyk. So this is not what people was expecting. People was expecting a bit more, like for him to just storm in there and start throwing some massive shots. But of course, he's got to be careful of what comes back himself. Usyk won't just allow him to do that. Round 3, they've started off, and again, it still feels like he's trying to box a little bit too much, Joshua. He's not going to outbox him. He's trying to keep that jab, trying to find him. Usyk very good at moving his head, moving his feet, and whisking away. Good jab from Joshua. Again, I think he's definitely going more for the body with them sort of rear hands. He's getting a bit of success. Got a little bit closer then. But then Usyk's on his toes again. Yeah, Usyk's head movement is good. He's moving off that centre line as you should. And then he's winging in that rear hand, that rear southpaw hand. And when you're against a southpaw, it's almost like it's difficult because that timing of the rear hand is different as well. It's almost like it arrives later than you expect it because you're normally used to fighting orthodoxies. So it is a bit weird. And then he's going on the outside. He's definitely using that sort of outside of the foot technique to try and keep Joshua in the best position possible. For me, Joshua jabbing, but is he doing enough? You know, is he doing enough? Usyk moving. Just when it looks like Joshua is about to set for that shot, Usyk moves, and that is beautiful boxing. Got a little bit closer then. As soon as he got closer, then they were grabbing, and a little push away then by Usyk. He certainly doesn't want to get involved in a grappling contest with the bigger man. Although, you know, he's 6'3" and he's a strong guy himself, as a proper athlete. Joshua went for the uppercut then, but missed. He really looks like he's concentrating hard now. And yeah, I just love the head movement of Usyk. He's always keeping it moving, always. And in that position, when you're trying to jab somebody whose head is not where you want it to be. Although that was a lovely jab there by Joshua, right down the middle. So he's not having all his own success. And he got a good right hand in there. And this feels like AJ is still trying to just get that a little bit closer. Okay. And then good shots at the end by Usyk. Yeah. Joshua just sits down. He's got his arms up on the ropes. Okay. Garcia's in there giving him some instructions. Seems pretty calm. Good right hook he landed in that round. Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, he's getting close, but Usyk is still, I would say, shading it. Yeah, because he keeps moving. It's very difficult to land those shots. You know, I'm gonna go 10-9 Usyk. Usyk, he's crossed himself again. He's looked up to the heavens. Joshua he knows the threat that he's in with Anthony Joshua, and that's why he keeps on he's wanting God on his side. That's why he keeps on crossing himself. Okay, so this is for the IBF, WBA, and WBO heavyweight titles, and also the Ring Magazine belt as well. Round 4. This is a similar pattern. It's a similar pattern to the first fight, actually. And I didn't think that Usyk was going to change much because it was so successful in the first fight. And now, yeah, in and then get straight out. Referee not warns, but sort of gives a little sort of instruction to Joshua about pushing down. It was nothing really. So you got looks like Empire Pro tape, red glove tape around the grants of Joshua, and blue Empire Pro tape around the rivals of Usyk. So in there as well. A good rear hand by Usyk. Yeah, Joshua still trying to catch him with that jab. Good. Yeah, these are close rounds actually. It's interesting because Joshua has got that amazing power that he could land at any second. Yeah. Usyk's looking for the body. Now, Joshua sort of in the centre, just waiting. I think he senses that he might have that opportunity, and when he has that opportunity, he's going to take it. Again, Usyk's doing a lot of movement. It's just unsettling Joshua. Okay, we've got 58 seconds left. Just pouring out the jabs, both of them. Joshua, Usyk again, in and out. If you're looking at the punches that are landing, Joshua's not landing as many as Usyk, although he landed a good right hand there and was a whisker away from landing an uppercut then. Again, that's another one. Okay, so it looks like Joshua's methodical. He tried for the uppercut again, missed, but he's trying them. He's definitely trying for those uppercuts with the rear hand to the body. Again, a big swing that was a hook that just missed. He's definitely a little bit more aggressive in this round than he was in the previous 3. Or again, but the cleaner shots. Oh, it looked like Joshua was going to let his hands go right at the end there. If you're looking at point scoring, I'm still Usyk. I want to give him to Joshua, but I can't because he's not. The punches that are landing are with Usyk. In the main, close round. Good head movement and then back, and then a miss by Joshua. Joshua's definitely looking like he's trying to throw more with more mean intentions. So this is a dangerous part of the fight for Usyk, and I think he senses that. Okay, Joshua now at the stage where I think he's got to throw caution to the wind a little bit. Okay, jabbing, moving forward. Yeah, and then in and out by Usyk again. Yeah, Joshua just pouring that jab out, and then going for the big right hand, and then Usyk again on his bike, moving left and right, trying to constantly, and then in with the rear hand. And that's, for me, that's a story of the fight. Is you've got Joshua that is trying, but the speed, the accuracy, the head movement and the footwork of Usyk means that where Joshua wants him to be, he is not there. And even if he's catching him with one, he's not there to be caught for the second and the third punches. It must be a very frustrating thing for Joshua when you got this man who is in and out, landing the shots. Good body shot to me. Joshua, well, that looked like a good body shot to me, but it's almost like they're giving a timeout as if it was below the belt. Usyk has crossed himself again. The ref's basically saying you've got some time. It's a timeout. See the replay of that. Joshua looks a little annoyed actually, but they've reconvened the action. 1 minute 38 coming back in. It must have been a little low. I didn't see a replay of it, but it must have been a little low. And Joshua now throwing that right hand, and he's going more to the body as well. So he's stooping down a little bit. The head is difficult to hit, so I think he is trying to that rear hand sinking it in to Usyk's body. He's trying to put some money in the bank in terms of taking out the energy with the body shots, and we'll see whether or not that's a tactic that works. 1 minute left. Again, the punches that seem to land, I think, is Usyk. Joshua's basically, I think Joshua getting a little frustrated, just like, come on, stand and fight. Well, Usyk is not going to stand and fight, that's for certain. Not against somebody like Joshua. Joshua overreaching there, and Usyk's movement again, he whisks away. So I think I can see a little bit of frustration for Anthony Joshua creeping in as he realises that this is similar to what he was experiencing in the first fight. Again, sort of it's a single shot by Joshua and a couple of shots coming back by Usyk. He just can't seem to land. He can't seem to nail him with any sort of really clean shots. This, yeah, the fifth round. Still throwing that right hand at the rear, and then that movement of Usyk. Interesting to see what the commentators are saying now. It is close affair. Yeah, Usyk's definitely working hard. A low blow looked a bit like. Let's have a look. No, it looks like it was definitely on the waistband, but it certainly wasn't down below. It was definitely on the waistband. So it was a low blow in the fact that it was on the waistband. It wasn't a full on between the legs smash. It didn't take too long anyway. Again, crosses himself before the round, and Joshua looks very, very sort of calm, as if he's visualising what's going to happen. It's a difficult fight to score, because the activity is with Usyk, and Joshua is doing well, and he is making it a close fight. But is he winning the rounds clear, or is Usyk sort of winning the rounds? I think Usyk's just nicking most of them. Now it looks like Joshua's getting a little bit closer, which is what he needs to do. But it is, at the minute, Usyk that is backing up Joshua, not the other way around. It is a southpaw problem, that is true. And I think that Usyk has mastered how to use the southpaw to the best advantage. And although Joshua is pumping out that jab, it's those counters, the head movement of Usyk, that means that he's landing the punches more than Joshua. And Joshua now swinging and missing there, trying to get them shots into the body. Again, Usyk goes round that way, away from the right hand of Anthony Joshua. And that's for a reason. So Anthony Joshua's going to be wanting to land that rear hand. and Usyk is trying desperately to put him in a position where even if he does, it's sort of the power's been taken out of it. So it's an interesting fight. It's not a barn burner, but it is an interesting fight. Again, sort of that head movement as Joshua throws his straight shots, just that little dip, or gets a hand to it. That's what is happening at the minute. Now Joshua got him against the ropes, started to throw some leather. This is more promising for Joshua. He just needs to just start to corner him a little bit, try and close the ring off. Very difficult against a man like Usyk, who is a ring general, actually. His footwork, he just scoots away. Yeah, Joshua moving his head good. Got good head movement for a big guy. Yeah, oh, now look, let your hands go now. That's it, you're close. That's it. Usyk, he's coming back with stuff though. Oh yeah, it's almost like Usyk is finding hitting Joshua a lot easier than the other way around. Yeah, it's a definite better performance by Anthony Joshua. Yeah, end of that round there. Feels like I'm going one-sided here for Usyk, but yeah, he's keep pressuring him, but he keeps getting away. I think he did better in that round. The defense of Usyk is good. I mean, he just slipped a shot and then he blocked one. Moving, Joshua went to the body, then went to the head, but blocking, moving his head. Excellent defence there by Usyk. Excellent defence. Lomachenko is in the audience there. Joshua looks sort of pretty calm. Round 7. I think it's 5-1. I do to Usyk. Might be 4-2. I'm struggling to give Joshua much more than that because that Usyk is definitely getting in and landing some shots, and he's so hard to hit. He's so slippery. Again, Joshua's definitely going for the body a lot more than he did in the first fight. But then Usyk comes back. How can you beat somebody when you can hardly hit them? That is the big question, and that is what Anthony Joshua is finding out here. And anybody, young boxers out there, they want to be looking at this head movement and this footwork of Usyk, to avoid the shots of the heavier puncher. He is just class. He absolutely is class. There's no doubt about that. I think there was a little slip there in the middle. In the previous bout, they were struggling with that middle part of the ring. Must be the print and the sweat and the heat. That means it's a little slippy there. Not the best though, really. That's affecting the fight. But it was only a little bit. So now it's almost like they're trying to avoid that middle section of the ring. Joshua still moving forward. Usyk still whisking away. He's not against the ropes, but he's certainly on the outside. Both good head movement. The concentration of both of these guys at this point is massive, absolutely massive. And now Joshua's moving across to his right, and now throwing the right hands, and then in Usyk in again, and Joshua just walking down his man. Good shot then by Usyk. Again, that rear hand just comes straight through. And another rear hand through. It's so fast the hand speed is from Usyk, and so good the defence of him as well. But he's not he's not landing massive shots. Usyk not landing massive shots. It's not like I don't think he's busting Joshua up. He's just point scoring, and Joshua, you know, it sounds like the crowd's booing a little. That's what it sounds like. There might not be. Okay, again that head movement. It's a delight to see how he's moving his head, landing his shots and moving. And to me, Joshua has got a little bit of a resigned look on his face, as if like, I'm trying really hard here and I can't seem to catch up with the guy. Let's see, listen to what the... Yeah, let's have a look again. Yeah, so he does the jab and then straight away gets that rear hand in there from Usyk, slip, and then, yeah, I think that's another Usyk round. You wouldn't think that I wanted Joshua to win, would you? All those people out there that think I'm biased because I'm British. I'm hardly scoring it in a biased way here. AJ better stop getting hit with the left to the body. That's Terence Crawford. A little message there. So it's that work that Usyk's doing as well to the body that is not as obvious, but he is doing it. Joshua's still on his seat. Next round. Round 8. I did hear so many people say, Joshua's just got to go in and put it on him. Again, we got slipping in the middle of the ring. That's disappointing. That's disappointing that is happening. Now they're wiping the centre of the ring. There's a guy on his hands and knees. He's doing a great job of trying to dry that middle bit off. As and now he's jumped out. But that's not great. That's not great. That's affecting. You got they're trying to. Obviously, it's very hot, so the sweat and stuff is going to be dripping onto the canvas, and I just don't think that it's helping with the advertisements that are on the ring. And that was a short sort of stopping the action. You got to have your feet in a good position. You don't want any sliding under the foot when you're trying to land your shots. Okay, now Joshua, I think he realises now's the time. I think, it slipped again in the middle of the ring. Spoiling the contest here. Spoiling the contest with that slippiness that's in the middle of the ring. Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to fight around the logos of the ring, so not to be on them. Oh, good body shots there by Joshua. Good rear hand by Usyk, but now the body shots again by Joshua, and it looks like Joshua's getting a bit closer, which is good. Okay, that's it. You've got to get a bit closer, AJ. Come on. This is round 8, of course. I thought round 9 would be Usyk. That left hand of Usyk, he just keeps on throwing it. That rear hand just seems to have so much success with it. Joshua is definitely now starting to stalk his man down, but then driven back again by Usyk's fist. Oh, good shot there by AJ. So a big shot there by AJ. And again, you can just see he's being methodical, but there's so much coming back, you see. There's so much coming back from Usyk. He's not giving him a rest. It's not like he needs a rest either. Body again. Lovely body shots by AJ. Lovely body shots. They'll slow anyone down, I would have thought. But yeah, that's what he needs to do more of. It's round 8, so he needs to get a move on with them. But I definitely think that could be the way forward. But those angles of Usyk means it's hard to pinning the guy down. And Joshua, to his credit, is trying very, very hard. Very hard. As we come down. But is he doing enough? Good shot there in response to an Usyk flurry. But again, Usyk comes back with what I would say is more action, more landed punches, more fantastic defence. Good shot there with a a good left hook to Joshua, to Joshua's head. Yeah, yeah, it's so slippery, so slippery. Usyk is as slippery as the middle of the canvas, which seems like very, very slippery. Nice under the elbow shot there by Joshua. I'm gonna give that as a Joshua round. Hard to score, hard to score. He did some good body work there, Joshua. They're in there with the towels in the. He needs to do more of that body work, I think. Big power shots, but all times Usyk is elusive and trying to come back with something. Yeah. Peter Fury telling him he's winning every round, he's losing rounds, and fights going same as before. I didn't get to read what else Peter Fury had said that, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've got. That I've given Joshua a couple of rounds. I might have been being generous there. Because I just think that the pattern of the fight has been the same. But he's not having enough success. That's the problem. Especially then the amount of punches that are coming back from Usyk. It's not like now he's got him against the ropes. But again, gets pushed out the way, and Usyk back to length. Yeah, it's just nice pouring out shot with the jab. Joshua would love to just pin him down, but I'm not sure that Usyk is going to play that game. And he's like chasing ghosts here. He's held him there and hit, and then he pushes away, but he's still going for it. This is a valiant effort by Anthony Joshua, who is trying to figure out what is a puzzle, and must be so demoralising to try so hard to get his own punches and yet keep getting back punches in return from Usyk. Oh, that's better. That's better from Joshua, who does seem to be catching up a little bit now, but again, Usyk back with the multiple punches. Tried to hit in the back of the head then Joshua. He's just trying to do anything to rough his man up. Now this is sort of feels like the time where he's tried to do that on the top of his head. And the ref will warn him about that, but that's sheer frustration. He's certainly upped the pressure now. He is going for it now in round 9. Usyk looks like he's struggling with this. He's trying to get away. Joshua, this is what people wanted from Joshua, and this is what he's now doing, but he's doing it in round 9. So has he left this too late? This is much better. This is much better by Joshua, and he's landing now, and he's starting to close that gap. And Usyk, for the first time, looks in distress, and he's moving backwards. Joshua just moving forward slowly, landing big shots now. Yeah, and Usyk, for me, looks like he's for the first time in all of the rounds, including the first fight, this looks like he is struggling a little bit. And Joshua's basically saying, come on, fight. And Usyk probably not wanting to have anything to do with that. Joshua is smiling, good head movement. That is a definite for me round for Joshua. That is better. That was the best round for Joshua there. So that sort of push that everyone was expecting has come in the last round. Yeah, but that was the first time that Joshua really started to rough him up, throw some power, get a bit closer, head and body. Tried a bit of that on the top of his head, but I think he's got to try something. And Usyk was trying to get away, and he couldn't get away from Joshua, that was putting on massive pressure. You can see the people. In the audience. They just want Joshua to land some shots, and that round was good. Yeah, he really did go after him there. Joshua looks like he's focused, and Usyk to me looks like he wants his fight over. I would say after that round, he doesn't want too many of them rounds. Come on, Joshua, come on, round 10, and a good jab to start off with from Usyk. And that is the trouble. He's such a skilled boxer, and he's back on his boxing now, moving, flicking the jab out, rear hands to the body, rear hands to the head, moving away from that big right hand. Back to the Usyk boxing. Oh, and then Joshua sort of swung and missed. And now, as Joshua's ploughing forward, he is being met by some Usyk firepower. Yeah, but Joshua definitely is throwing caution to the wind here. And this may be where he gets caught out himself, because Usyk is no slouch either when it comes to his punching. And it looks like this round is better for Usyk. Yeah, good angles, turning, landing the shots, and then throwing lots of sort of shots, sort of almost like catching Joshua with sort of little multiple, not massive shots, but scoring shots, also shots that are sort of so fast that he doesn't know where their next one's coming from. He's going head, he's going body. That last round, I think, there's a good shot in there by Joshua, and he's rocked him. Joshua now coming forward. Again, Usyk complaining about low blows, but Joshua has got to sort of get in there. He's got to rough him up, and I think he'll regret not doing that if he doesn't do that. I think Usyk is slowing down, which really does lead to a very exciting last couple of rounds if he is. Don't get me wrong, he's still throwing punches back, but Joshua has got 1:07 of this round left. Usyk looks tired, but that's a beautiful uppercut and then a hook by Usyk. Joshua has got so much coming back, even though he's trying desperately to get close. It's Usyk that's sort of rallying now. Beautiful boxing. You've got to say this guy is class, absolute class, and to try and figure him out, very, very difficult. In terms of energy, it looks like Joshua is calling him onto the ropes. Joshua might be either trying to drop him in so he just unleashes one shot and trying to catch him sort of in a little trap, or he's tired. And you wouldn't sort of put it past that he was tired, because he has been taking some big clean shots from Usyk now, who is starting to really turn up the power, starting to turn up the class, and also the ferocity of these. Yeah, loads of punches there by Usyk. Loads of punches there, and that's got to be an Usyk round. You know. He's got 2 rounds. Joshua has got 2 rounds. He may as well just go for it now. He may as well just go for broke, because, at the minute, he is being caught by a barrage of shots, and as he's getting caught, that was a lovely shot in back, and then a lovely shot uppercut, and then a hook from Usyk. Very back and forth round, but I just think the volume of punches thrown by Usyk in that round was very, very impressive. Very impressive. I mean, he's just awesome. Head and body. There's Evander Holyfield in the crowd. Don't look a day older than when he was fighting, to be fair. He was a warrior as well. Come up from cruiserweight, as Usyk has. Round 11, still on his toes, Usyk, and Joshua has got to somehow pull out a punch or a few punches that is going to cause some problems. He looks tired. He looks like his legs are a little sort of dead to me. Usyk still moving. Footwork, great head work. And then back in, pop, moving, pop, moving. Yeah, just the sheer volume of the guy. I mean, he was even in there. He did a lovely little lead right hand while he was in there. The skills of Usyk are just amazing. Joshua going for the body again, but then he's met back with probably double the amount of punches back. And this, for me, is gonna scorecards at this point. But I think it's going to be quite wide for Usyk. Not that he's been that one-sided, but I think in the close rounds, Usyk's volume definitely. Good body shot there by Joshua, but I think Usyk can see he ain't got long left, and I think Usyk knows that really this is his for the taking. The speed of them combinations that he does, throwing in punches in bunches, as they say. Fair play to Anthony Joshua, who is still trying to catch his man, although he is looking a little bit tired now, and rightly so. This has been an epic fight in terms of, for heavyweights and the size of these guys. The amount of punches, especially what Usyk has thrown, incredible, absolutely incredible. I think Joshua needs a knockout as well, but he can get a knockout. That's the thing. You can't write this guy off, not with the power that he's got. He's in there with a chance, but now it does look like the amount of volume of punches that Usyk is doing. It's almost like that couple of rounds ago that Joshua sort of, I'm not going to say he blew himself out, but it was a huge effort late in the fight. The speed and movement. This is what Tony Bellew did talk about, that this guy is special. Again, Joshua is going a little bit for the waistband and below, really, I think, and anything to try and unsettle him. Okay, and now, now a little bit of showboating there by Usyk. Yeah, that's an Usyk round. Yeah. Very happy, the Ukrainian team, you can see. I think they know that the majority of these he's winning. It's almost like he's doing a prayer to himself in the corner. It looks like he's chanting to himself. He knows he's got to get through one more round. But superb. What a boxer. I mean, that head movement, he just seems to get out the way of things, get a glove to it, come back with his own, and his shots his combinations are so sharp. By the time Joshua's through a shot, he's moved out the way, he's moved his head out the way, he's got a glove to it. It's very, very impressive. It's hard not to be impressed by Usyk. It's for the final round, so my prediction didn't come right. I think this is going to go now to the scorecard unless Anthony Joshua can produce a punch from the gods. I would love him to, but you cannot take away from the skill and the class of Alexander Usyk, who is awesome, absolutely awesome, and it's the volume as well. Any of you amateur boxers out there, this is volume punching that he's doing here, and he's racking up points. In the judges' minds to allow them to give. Oh, it's a good right hand by Joshua. He's giving it everything. But he's in range. And then Usyk is away again. It's like he gets close, and then Usyk just whisks away. Any southpaws out there, they need to be looking at this guy, because he has perfected, I think, how to fight as a southpaw. Him and Lomachenko have really took this to a different level. Joshua's still in there, still trying to throw some big bombs. Oh, he's landed some as well. And he really is going for it. But he's getting some back for his worry, for his trouble. But I'll tell you what, Anthony Joshua is one hell of a warrior. He is game. Okay, yeah. It's getting a bit scrappy in this last round, but Joshua still trying. Yeah. This is good. Yeah, I do think that there's a big lead for Usyk. who don't get me wrong, I think Joshua has run him closer this time. He's trying to lean on now. Again, he's leaning on, but it's round 12. Perhaps he should have been leaning on round 3 and 4. But he didn't do that. You know, he's so brave. Anthony Joshua is so brave because the guy in front of him is absolutely superb. He's still trying. He's still moving his head well. But the combinations, the quality that comes back from Usyk is incredible. I don't blame Tyson Fury if he doesn't want to get in the ring with Usyk because he is a master boxer. But I do think that Tyson Fury's size would play a massive impact in a fight. Whereby now, again, even though Joshua's ploughing forward, the quality is still from Usyk. Joshua just getting a bit scrappy now, but that's it for me. He ain't going to catch him now, and that's the end of the fight. End of the fight, and Joshua sort of walks away almost disgusted that he wasn't able to catch up with him, but he wasn't. 1, 2, 3, 3 rounds maybe that I gave to Joshua. Probably lucky if he gets that. Let's have a look. So we got I think 117. I think the acknowledgement there. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll tell you what. I think 117, 111, and I could be being a little bit generous to Joshua there. 117, 111. Let me just check that once more. 1, 2, 3. I gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 27, 117. Yeah, good fight though. Good fight. Very interesting fight. Usyk just that little bit too good in terms of movement, skill, defence, speed, combinations coming back. Joshua did not give up at all at any point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 117, 111 could easily have been a bit wider than that. Yeah, I think Eddie Earn knows his man has given everything there. But on reflection of that, what a fighter. What a fighter Usyk is, and you got to take your hat off to him. You know, he's superb, and Anthony Joshua's gone across, and I think he's just acknowledged how good this guy is, how good this is. Yeah, brilliant, really good, and he gave it everything. I think Anthony Joshua, he can come again. Not sure he'll beat Usyk ever, but there's others out there that he would beat. I would love to still see Wilder versus Joshua. I would love to see that fight. But no, Usyk for me beats everyone except for Tyson Fury, who I think would rough him up. And he's so big. I think he'd lean on him. I think he'd foul. He'd rough him up. He'd keep him long as well. But yeah, that should be a fairly comprehensive. They're holding up the Ukrainian flag between them there, as the announcement of the points comes now. Joshua looks quite angry there. Well, yeah, Joshua holding up with Usyk the Ukrainian flag. So a nice touch there by him. He doesn't have to do that. Okay, here's Buffer. Let's find out. 12 rounds. Okay, here we go. 115, 113. That's close. For Anthony Joshua. What? 115, 113. For Usyk, that's close. Dear me. Split decision, you joking me? 116, 112. Split decision. The right decision, but that was way too close for me. Way too close. The right decision, but dear me. Questionable. That wasn't a split decision. No way. Not a chance was that a split decision. Oh, I wouldn't have said that, No, not the amount of punches that was coming back from Usyk. Yeah, I think that was... Yeah. The one guy gave it to Anthony Joshua. No. There was close rounds, but hey, you couldn't say that. It was Joe Joyce boxing. What a performance by both men. I totally agree with that. I think that's great. But yeah, that was way too close on the scorecards for me. I say I had a lot wider than that. Yeah. No way. Yeah. He deserved the victory. Should have got the victory. If he hadn't got the victory there, that would have been shocking. It's shocking that there was a split decision. To be fair, shocking that one judge thought that Joshua won 2 rounds more than Usyk. What fight was he watching? That's poor. I don't know whether he'll... I mean, I don't want to accuse that judge of anything, but I wonder if... what did Joshua just do? It's like Joshua just threw the belt on the floor. He don't look very happy. What's going on here? Joshua just looked like he got the belts and threw them on the floor. And now they're panning away from that. Joshua, he's angry about something. He's really angry. What's he doing? Joshua's gone... What's happened? Joshua's really lost the plot. What's happened? Don't know what's happened there. It was all nicey, and then suddenly Joshua's really annoyed. Yeah, he was really disrespectful, and now he's having a go at the crowd. What's happened? Looks like he's going to smack somebody. He's pushing people. He is upset. Hold on. He's coming back to the ring. What's going on? What is going on? He's going back to the ring now. He had a little strop. And now he's going back to the ring. And so is all of his entourage. That was absolutely bizarre. He's remonstrating. He got the belt. He got the belt in the air. He held them up in the air. 2 of the belts, the Ring magazine and the WBA. He got them and he chucked them on the floor. What is happening? Oh, he's kicking off. Joshua's kicking off. He's having a go at Usyk now. I think that's quite poor. Especially after how it was. He's lost the plot there. What a shame. Okay, at least he's given props to Usyk there. Oh, he's talking. Okay, took the Ukrainian flag off him. Oh, he's just done 5 hips hoorays for. He's still got the mic. I think it's a bit embarrassing now. Oh. What's he doing? Why is he talking like this? Take the microphone off him. What is going on? Okay, so he's kind of rescuing it a bit with what he's saying, but put the microphone down. Yeah. Oh, not sure I really like that. Thought it was a bit... Yeah, not the best. I mean, he handed the microphone to Usyk. Usyk just give the microphone to somebody else. I mean, Yeah, bit bizarre. Bit bizarre. Yeah, showed the passion, showed how much it means to him, but yeah. Mm, bit sour that was at the end. Shame. Good words out in there, and he gave him props. Uh, not not sure about the little strop before. Um, he was definitely angry about something, throwing them belts down. Yeah, 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 yeah. He has done well. He has done well. He has done well. There's absolutely no doubt about it. He has done well, and he did well to take the rematch as well because this guy is such a good boxer, and fair play. I do give props to Anthony Joshua for that. Um, that was a bit bizarre, So there you go. He could have done without that, but I think he took a little bit of shine off his own performance. But there we go. Now they're going to interview Usyk, but yeah, I'm going to leave it there. It's been a long old video. Hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.